And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Well, Merry Christmas everybody, I hope you had a good day or a good couple of days with all your sort of loved ones. And yeah, we are in that sort of period now where there is loads of games, a lot of festive footy on. And yeah, I'm loving it. Of course, I haven't really done any videos across Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, as I was trying to enjoy with friends and stuff like this. So yeah, this video, basically, we're going to talk about what a Rangers expert has said with regards to the upcoming transfer window, whilst also just having a bit of a Rangers catch-up, if you like. So let's start with the Motherwell game, of course. I haven't really gave you my reaction on it. I'm not really going to talk about it too much, but another 3 points. Again, I thought it was a good match, especially at the first half especially. I thought we were really, really good. And again, got 2 goals within that sort of first half pretty early on. Game was pretty much over by the sort of 16th minute. Second half, not that great in terms of our actual overall performance. However, the players were all fairly consistent in saying it was probably one of the toughest conditions that they actually played in with regards to the wind. So yeah, something like that. But it's all about getting the 3 points during the sort of festive period. I don't really care too much about the performance. I'm more about, yeah, just getting the 3 points on the board, and we can look at more of our putting in better performances after the winter break. It's just about getting these games over the line. Now, of course, we've got a home game against Ross County that's next up. We do look like we're in a bit of an injury crisis at the moment. Of course, Connor Goldson hobbling off in the last match against Motherwell, which was always unfortunate to see, because I've always said this, really, when Connor Goldson's out, our defence looks completely different. I do think Connor Goldson is our best defender, and despite the actual stick he actually gets over the years, I think we're starting to see that when he doesn't play, we're not the same Rangers side. So I'm hoping his injury isn't too serious, and I'm hoping, as I said, we can at least get to that winter break with no more injuries. As I said, we've seen John Lundstrom pick up one recently as well. So yeah, I think we're in a good place where we need that kind of winter break, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. But as I said, we've got 3 must-win games coming up that we need to take care of first. Ross County at Ibrox should go without saying. We need to just make sure that we get that win. Again, it's on the 27th, another match just following the Christmas period. Again, I don't really care too much about the performance. It's just about getting that 3 points on the board, and then it's over to the Old Firm derby before we then take on Kilmarnock, and then we can have that break. And this Rangers team will then look a lot different after January, in my personal opinion. Again, a lot has been made about the upcoming January transfer window and what we're going to be doing, if we're going to be spending money, if we're going to be bringing in players. I think it's no secret that we are going to be bringing in players of some calibre. We definitely need to make some additions. And Clement has kind of not downplayed us making any signings whatsoever. Recently, he did state that no signings are close. Of course, he's going to be saying that, but has hinted that they will make additions this winter. But Rangers expert, basically, Alan Hutton has basically came out stating and talking about the January transfer window and basically stated this: Rangers must target upgrades in the striker, left back, right wing and midfield positions this January, as the club should make a minimum of 4 additions this winter. Speaking exclusively to Football Insider, the former Rangers and Scotland defender Alan Hutton was adamant that Philippe Clement will be looking to improve these areas of his bare bones squad. As revealed recently, Rangers will probably be backed after they earned a £20 million boost from the Europa League campaign after qualifying and going through that in general. The Jazz spent reported £14.7 million this summer on former manager Michael Beale's transfer targets, including Cyril Dessers, Sam Lammers and Danilo, but are eager to balance the squad after Clement's excellent start at Ibrox. Hutton has identified the 4 positions that are necessities, but has prioritised the centre forward going into it. For me, the striker is the main position they need to strengthen, he said. If you look at the left back spot, there's Borna Barisic, then there's Ridvan Yilmaz. Are they going to be good enough? The right of the attacking 3 has been up in debate. Ross McCausland has come in and done really, really well, but there's a lot of pressure on him to come in and play week in and week out. I think he can do it, but you need a little bit of help. Even in the midfield, Rangers are down to the bare bones with injuries and suspensions. There are places that Clement will be looking for, no doubt, and they should look to try and bring in 4 players at a bare minimum. So Alan Hutton, of course, speaking about what Rangers need to try and bolster, and I couldn't agree more really with the striking department. I think it's been no secret with regards to us looking to try and land a striker this winter. Again, we've been hearing loads of different things. Fabio Silva from Portuguese outlets. We've been hearing, of course, the Rangers legends, the Rangers former Rangers players trying to push the Lawrence Shankland deal over the line. So again, at this moment in time, nothing really there in terms of players we're linked to. We're going to be waiting for a bit more reliable resources to see who we're going to be bringing in. But certainly, I do think we should be trying to make a move for Lawrence Shankland. His goal against St. Mirren in their last game was absolutely fantastic. Fantastic to see him scoring even more goals and doing well with this Hearts side. It's another question raised as well. Hearts are not really creating that many chances. A lot of his stuff and a lot of his goals that he's scoring are just coming out of the blue. It just goes to show and makes me think, if he's playing in a Rangers team that's making loads of chances, how good of a player that he could actually be for us. So I agree with Alan completely there that we do need to make a striking addition. I'm going to touch upon Cyril Dessers quickly. I said at the start that he's not good enough to be a Rangers striker. However, recently he's looking a lot better. It looks like he's getting his confidence. He's scoring goals. I think he's got 10 goals now for the season, which is pretty good. Unlucky not to get some goals against Motherwell. I think it was a very, very tight offside. Both of them were fairly tight with regards to the goals that he scored. And that were obviously flagged up for offside. The second one certainly was very, very close and could have went either way. But yeah, just a little shout out to him because he's actually doing pretty well. But we do need to be bringing in more striking additions into the forward areas, most certainly. Midfield again, Tom Lawrence is another player that kind of I do think is a great player. But can we hang our hat on him in regards to him showing up week in and week out without getting an injury? I don't think so. So I definitely think we should be making a midfield addition there. I do agree with Alan entirely. In terms of actual options at this moment in time, I'm not too sure. With regards to the right wing, I do think we need wingers in place, as Hutton has said, and as I stated, I think Clement stated at the start of the season, we know that we was start of his tenure that we haven't actually got any right wingers playing for at this moment in time, which is really, really weird. I know Rabbe comes in now and then, Ross has been playing there, but in terms of depth itself, I do think we need that going into the January transfer window, most certainly. And then again, I do think another defensive option. I do think Balogun's been a great player. He's been a bit of a revelation since Clement has come in. Connor Goldson now picking up an injury. I don't think it's too serious, but again, just need some depth there. John Souttar's a good player. Ben Davies, I don't really think is capable of it. So yeah, I'll be definitely looking to try and bring in a centre-back also. So I definitely agree with what Alan Hutton's trying to say there. And I do think we'll make a fair few additions. I do think it'll be a busy window for us. And again, we don't really want to be falling asleep at the wheel, especially if we do beat Celtic, win our game in hand. We could be 4 points clear at the top of the table, and the board can't fall asleep at the wheel when there could be a title challenge on the horizon. After we've got the first trophy in the bag, top of the table by 4 points if it goes our way, into the last 16 of the Europa League, we've got money in the bank. We should definitely making sure that we do strengthen, and I don't think this Rangers board will fall asleep, and I do think we'll make some additions. But who? Remains to be seen. We'll start to find our names very, very soon, as we're only, 5-6 days away from the actual window opening. But next up for us, guys, is Ross County. Looking forward to that match, most certainly. Another festive fixture. Really, really excited. But Rangers fans, let me know your score predictions for the Ross County game, first and foremost. And give me some names. Who do you want to see us sign this January? How many players? Which positions? And if you've got any names, as I said, let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.